welcome back to the Unraveling Soprano. I'm Heather, and this is my channel where I talk about all of my makes from the week, whether that be knitting, crochet, or sewing. So I'm wearing, I've worn this a couple times on the channel already. I'm wearing the Moonlight cardigan in, I held two yarns together, West Yorkshire Spinners Color Lab in electric blue with drops kid silk in, I think it's a navy. It's a navy, with whatever the navy colorway is. So I have gotten a fair bit done this week. Updating you on my Campfire Cardigan. So this is how far I've gotten. So this is my progress keeper. So I'd say about as much as I did last week. Like, it's not, maybe a little less, maybe like half an inch less. So far so good on the pattern. It's really great, super easy to follow. It's the only trouble I am kind of coming across is that there is a chart for the side cable and a chart for the center cable, and they don't match up. So like if I'm on like row 7 of the center cable, I might be on row like 3 of the side cable. And so I've just been trying to mark that in the book. And in this particular instance, I'm finding working from a book or a hard copy so much easier than working from a digital copy. I don't think I'd be able to do this quite as easily if I was working with the digital copy, just because I'm not able to mark as easily on a digital copy. Like I don't have like an Apple Pen or anything like that. So, I really love how it's knitting up. I think it's gonna be really warm. So I'm gonna knit this a lot longer than the pattern calls for. I think the pattern calls for this back piece to be maybe 16 inches before you split for this, like do the armhole decreases. But I think I'm gonna knit this at least to 20 inches. I don't know exactly where I am right now. Let me just measure this. I think I have about 12 inches right here. Yeah, exactly. I have exactly 12 inches. So I want to knit to at least 20, because if I stand up, my armhole, you're not gonna be able to see any of this. But that's just to my upper thigh is 20 inches. And I'm also thinking that there's going to be probably some pull because it's going to be so long. So I might get maybe another inch. I went ahead and measured a like duster cardigan that was just kind of around the house. And it was about 21, 22 inches from the underarm. And so that's kind of what I'm basing that number on. I think I have enough yarn. I haven't even finished a full ball of the first ball. So this is what I have left of the first ball. I will definitely probably finish this this week. This is the Barocco Ultra Alpaca in Tigray Mix. And I am knitting this on US 5 needles. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this is coming along. I kind of wish I was along further, but I think I only worked on this for like a couple hours this week. I didn't put a lot of effort into it because partway through the week I was just like, oh, I'm not really like, I'm looking for a brain off activity. Like I want to do something with my hands, but I don't really want to think about cables. So I didn't work on this as much as I would have liked, but progress is still being made. I still think like, how many inches did I still knit up like 5 inches. No, wait. Almost 6 inches of work, which I mean, I think that's still good. I have found that I know that like a while back I got a Prim uh cable needle, and I am finding I'm just not gravitating towards it. I have this one that I've had forever. And it came in a kit, and I'm finding that I'm gravitating towards this a lot more for this type of project. I feel like if I ever did cables with like a silk yarn or maybe a really slippy cotton, the Prim needle would be really great. I don't know if I have that needle. Yeah. So this guy, my biggest hesitation is this grippy silicone part. I thought I would love that, and it just really slows down the process. If any of you have ever used the Prim cable needles, what is your best usage for this? Because I mean, obviously, I have it. I want to use it. Is it for slippy yarns? That's the best usage case? Or is there something that I'm missing? Is the silicone part of I do think that silicone part is what makes it bendy, which can be great. But yeah, let me know how you use this if you use this cable needle. All right, so that is my Campfire Cardigan. So I alluded to the fact that halfway through the week, or part of the way through the week, I was just looking for something that was kind of like a brain off activity. So I cast on a new project. This is the Autumn Vibe shawl from my 52 Weeks of Scarves by Lane Publishing. So at some point this does turn into cables, but I'm still on the stockinette portion. This is Hawthorne DK from Knit Picks in the Spring Water Multi. And so this is how it's knitting up so far. I really like it. I think it's really pretty. See if I can get close. Yeah, so I mean, obviously it's has many different colors. So it has a little bit of a striping effect, but I don't mind that. I think that it's going to look really nice when it's wrapped up. The shawl pattern so far is very easy. I'm not at the hard part yet. I'm almost at the end of the stockinette section, and this is how much I have left of my my first ball. I think that I'm probably going to have yarn left over. But I don't know, because like the last time I thought I was going to have a ton of yarn left over, and I didn't. I mean, I had some, but like not, it was a negligible amount. So far so good. Pattern's really easy, sitting up really great. I think, so I'm making the smallest size, which only calls for 2 balls of DK yarn. And the pattern calls for you to knit it on a size US 8. I'm knitting it on a size US 9. I went up in needle size because I can't find my 8s, and since it's a shawl, I think it's gonna be okay. The only, like, the downside of going up is that there's a possibility I might run out of yarn, but it does not look like that so far. It looks like I might have too much yarn, so I think I'm okay. I think it's gonna block out really nicely. And I really like the Hawthorne yarn. It's a Peruvian Highland wool superwash yarn, and it's just really nice. It's a little bit more toothy than your regular superwashes. And yeah, I think it's gonna be super warm. So that's what I have finished this week. As far as what I'm planning to do, I think that I would like to get to the cable section of the Autumn Vibes sweater, or shawl. Autumn Vibes shawl. And then I would like to just keep working on that Campfire Cardigan. It'd be great. So if I'm at 12 inches now, it would be great if I was at maybe 19 inches by the end. Like, just get another 6 inches of work done this week. If I can get to 20, amazing. I just don't want to push myself to like frantically get things done because I don't really know what this week is going to look like. But yeah, so that's the kind of the work I want to get done. On to, do I do reading first? think I do. Books I'm reading. I'm still reading The Freedom Artist by Ben Okri. It is really good. It's getting pretty dark, so I've been kind of like pacing myself with that book. Um, I have not touched Wuthering Heights again. I don't know. I might abandon Wuthering Heights. I feel like it should be the type of thing that I love. Um, but it's hard to like. I just think the way that the storytelling is happening, um, it just because like it starts a little further in the future with what the main story is. Like you kind of see what the characters have turned into before you get the why, and it just I'm gonna spend some dedicated time to listening to it this week and see if maybe I can. I'm also just confused on who the narrator is. Like, yeah, who's the narrator? And that's. I think I probably should just look that up, and then maybe that'll help me get through the book. But I definitely think I'm gonna finish The Freedom Artist this week. That's gonna be something because I think I only have like maybe half hour left of that book. So, yeah. And then things that are bringing me joy this week. It's a much shorter list than last week. Suddenly all the things that brought me joy this week have just flown out. I usually write it down, and this week I was like, "There's not that many. I can remember it." And I'm sitting here in front of you going, "I don't remember." Starting my seedlings. They're not. I started some romaine seeds. Um, we don't have a lot of light right now. I don't think romaine seeds need light to germinate. I think they just need light once they're plants. So yeah, starting some seeds, doing all like watching all the gardening YouTube videos is kind of bringing me joy. Oh, now I remember. The main thing that's brought me joy this week is I've been watching Resident Alien on Netflix, and that is such a good show. Like it's so good. It is very, very funny. And that is bringing me a lot of joy. I don't know where I've been. It's been on for a while. Like I think it's been on since like 2021. And it's like I'm all the way to the beginning of the third season. And it's just been really funny. Yeah. So also I've been trying out some red lipstick. I it it looks better in person. On video, it kind of makes me look a little washed out. Maybe in the editing, I'll be like, this is fine. But just having a pop of color, like in general, pops of color, because we're deep in February and I'm looking for some dopamine. Evenings getting a little bit brighter every day. That's been bringing me some joy. And I think that's about it. So yeah. So I hope that you are able to find some joy in your week and you have lots of time to do any of your hobbies and crafts that you spend time on. And let me know in the comment section if you started a new project or what you're working on or what brings you joy. What books are you reading? Once I'm done with The Freedom Artist, I'm going to be looking for the next book. But yeah, so until I see you next time, happy knitting. Bye.